So let's deal with this bullshit real quick. All right. Let's have a serious conversation, sis. All right. So there's 42,900,000 African Americans in the United States. Okay. There's roughly 19 million African American men in the United States. Okay. You guys are still 3 million more of us than there are of females than there are men. So 300,000 to 2 million is 1.7 million. Let's take the 1.7 million out. There's still, you know, there's still more than enough black men for black women to marry. The problem that we're experiencing in our community wasn't caused by 1.7 million African American men, right? All these men went to jail. They didn't go to jail for life. Some of them did, but not all of them, not even most of them, right? So, and not only that, the men that got locked up, they weren't men on the back of garbage trucks, you know, throwing out trash at 5 a.m. in the morning, making $40,000, $50,000 a year. They aren't men working for the Postal Service. They aren't the men who are construction workers who were building America with their bare hands. They aren't any of these guys. They weren't the corporate execs. They weren't the salespeople. They weren't the guys working in factories putting together vehicles and cars throughout the Midwest. They were none of these men. So the marriageable men were not the ones being taken out of the market. So we have to stop saying this, because even though it did happen to us, even though it was driven by the government, even though the criminalization of it, instead of it being a public health issue, was driven by the government, even though there were a billion things that were done wrong in terms of the government, how they handle it, how our community handled it, and there was 100,000 things that happened that were fucked up because of it. This is not why our women are unmarried. Our women are unmarried because garbage men are not good enough for them. Neither are construction workers or people who fix cars or mechanics or people who put together cars or any of that. They are single, independent women that are chasing the bag. And this is a narrative that is alive and well inside of the black female diaspora that makes it where the average black man is unfit for the average black woman. The average black woman wants a man who is way outside of her reach, and she would rather be a second, third, fourth string player on a team for a guy like me than be number one in the life of a man. You know, be faithful to her and keep her and hold her down. And in a few times that you guys do deal with guys that aren't all the way in the Olympian heights in terms of income performers, you all are still dealing with these fucking prison birds and jailbirds where you don't have to respect them because most of you have been taught not to submit by your mothers. The problem that we have is not the crack epidemic. It's a bad narrative within our women that we are trying to correct as men right now. That's what the manosphere is about.